All right, let's just dive right in. We talk a ton about AI, but today we're going to look at something even more fundamental, the data that actually fuels it. And what if I told you we've been treating the single most important ingredient for AI completely wrong this whole time? We're going to explore a new protocol called Codatta, and it's proposing a pretty radical shift in our entire approach to information. This right here, this slide gets to the absolute heart of the issue. See, most protocols out there treat data as a commodity, like oil or corn, something to be bought and sold in bulk. But Codatta has this totally different vision. It treats data as an intelligence substrate. Now, that's not just some fancy marketing term. It's a fundamental change in philosophy. And honestly, it's the key to understanding everything that comes next.
So what's really so bad about treating data like a commodity? Well, think about it. When something is a commodity, it's cheap, it's totally replaceable, and its value is all about quantity, not quality. You just want the cheapest stuff you can find. But when you apply that same logic to the data that's feeding our AI systems, well, you end up with a huge problem.
And this is where things get really messy. Because untrustworthy data isn't just useless, it's actually dangerous. It becomes a liability. I mean, an AI model that's trained on bad data is going to make bad decisions. It's going to create false information, and it's going to completely break our trust. In that world, having more data can actually mean you have more risk.
This is the big question Codatta is asking. What if we just stopped treating data like these giant piles of cheap, unreliable junk and started treating it like what it actually is, the foundational material for intelligence itself? This one pivot, this one question, it opens up a completely new way of thinking.
And here's the alternative they're proposing, an intelligence substrate. So let's break that down. It's not some static, dead database. The source material calls it a living system. And it's a place where three key things all converge: guaranteed quality, really smart economic incentives, and total open access. It's an environment that's literally designed to grow and get better over time. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually build something like that? How does it work in practice? Well, Codatta's whole approach is built on three core pillars that all work together to create what they call the confidence engine. First up, and this is probably the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, is data confidence. This is the system that's designed to guarantee quality from the ground up. It's all about answering that one crucial question. How can you be absolutely sure the data you're using is reliable? So how do they do it? How do they build that confidence? Well, it's not just one thing, it's a multi-layered defense. First, you've got AI models that cross-check any new information against everything that's already known. Then, human verifiers step in for another layer of validation. And finally, and this is the secret sauce, everyone who participates has economic skin in the game. This economic layer is basically a system of carrots and sticks. It's simple, really. If you contribute high-quality, precise data, your reputation score goes up and you get rewarded. But if you try to submit junk or malicious data, you face penalties. This one mechanic aligns everyone's incentives toward one goal, making the entire dataset stronger and more trustworthy over time. All right, pillar number 2 is all about extensibility. This just means the system is designed from day one to be incredibly adaptable. It's not a one-trick pony built for a single purpose. I mean, the core infrastructure, the validation, the incentives, the whole shebang, it can be applied to pretty much any domain you can think of. So whether you're training a robot, you're analyzing financial markets, processing healthcare data, or looking at on-chain analytics, the exact same engine for creating trust can be put to work.
And that brings us to the third and final pillar, accessibility. Because let's face it, a powerful system is totally useless if it's locked away in a walled garden. It has to be built to be open from the very beginning.
And the crucial point here is that it's permissionless. You don't need to ask for access. Any developer, any individual, any other protocol out there can just plug directly into this engine of trusted data. They can use it, they can build brand new applications on top of it, and they can even jump in and help verify the data themselves. Okay, so let's recap. We've got the three pillars: confidence, accessibility, and accessibility. Now let's zoom back out. What's the ultimate impact of all this? This is where we see that huge shift, from data being a problem to data being the solution. The source material is super clear on this, and I think it's a really powerful point. We need to get the idea of a simple data marketplace out of our heads. This isn't just about buying and selling information. It's something else entirely. It's the data confidence engine for decentralized AI. That's the core identity. See, it's not a store, it's an engine.
Its whole purpose is to generate confidence, to produce trust as its primary output. It creates this reliable foundation that anyone building an AI can use.
And that's the transformation. That core problem we started with, data as a liability, as a source of risk, it gets completely flipped on its head. When you have an engine that guarantees trust, information is no longer something you have to worry about. It becomes your most valuable asset. An asset that has real, tangible utility. You can confidently build the next generation of AI applications right on top of it. You can create brand new ways to monetize it. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to that last word, the most important one. You can finally trust it. And that's the thought I really want to leave you with. For so long, we've been building these incredible, powerful AI models on these shaky foundations of uncertain data. So what happens when that foundation becomes rock solid? What new possibilities open up when our most powerful tools can finally, truly trust the information they learn from?